Welcome back, survivors. This is Yuli 1961 from Old Gamers Never Die, and we are back on the island playing Ark in 2021. And today we're going to work on getting a trike in this here trap behind me. I'm going to go through how to build the trap, some unique features on this one that it's not just slapped up wood up there, because frankly Triceratops will break through wood, and we want to make sure we can get a trike in the box and keep him there while we're trying to knock him out so we can get him tamed and have him join our happy family of marauders as we get ready to start exploring more on the Ark. Spoiler alert, the game knows. It seems like every time you try to do something, there's a whole lot of other things that happen that you really didn't expect to do. So today, I'll just say, I'm going to get a trike in the box. We're going to figure out how to get this sucker tamed, and we are going to be set to roll out, explore the Ark, and have the resources that we need, because we'll have the dinos tamed to get us what we need to move around and survive on the Ark in 2021. So sit back, enjoy yourself. Hope you'll find this video informative. If you do, please make sure you hit the like button. Let me know you're out there, that you're watching and enjoying the content. And please hit the subscribe button as well so that you can be part of our little community. And if you do subscribe, make sure you hit that bell so that you'll be notified every time I post a new video, and take a look at what we've got going on the Old Gamers Never Die channel. And with that said, let's crank this puppy up. Well, is everybody ready to catch a dino today? We're going to get us a trike in a box. That'll be fun. It'd be really bad for everybody, but I think we'll be okay. I wanted to do something real quick while I'm getting ready to go down and build this trap. In our last video, I mentioned that the Pegamaxes were a male and a female. So we've got a mated pair, and they get a boost when they are in close proximity. And you can see, I hope you can see the cart's a little bit better now as I back away from them. Something else to be aware of: if you're playing the game and you go and check and find out that you're not seeing all that stuff, you probably hit the backspace key. The backspace is a toggle that turns off your HUD, and when you turn it off and click it right there, all the stuff goes away. It's a nice clean scene. You can run around and do whatever you want to. You don't have to have those names popping up in front of you and getting all jumbled up. But it does make it a little bit difficult if you're just starting the game to figure out what's going on. You won't see your hit boxes. You won't see anything like that. So we'll put it back on, and we're going to head down the beach to start building our trap. And we've got a drop that just came down, so we're going to grab that on the way. I've already taken some time to put the pieces together that we're going to need in a box down here, so that we're not spending a lot of time trying to go harvest resources. So let's see, F opens it up. So we got an extra bed, we got torches, that'll be good. So let's pull that on over into our inventory, and let's head on down the beach. Now, the reason we're going down the beach and not just building this right in front of our base is because just on the off chance that something goes terribly wrong in our trapping endeavor today, we don't want the Triceratops that we've ticked off to run into our trap to go down to our base and start tearing that up too. If we had everything down there, first it'd have to turn everybody on passive, just in case the trike got a little bit squirrely and clobbered me while I was trying to get in the trap. If they're on neutral, they'll all attack it and kill it, or it'll kill them, one or the other. Either way is really not what we wanted to do. So by building down here, I avoid any kind of issue with my tames, and I also avoid any issue with that animal going down and wrecking our base. So with that, what we're going to need, and where's the box? I put it over here under this tree. There we go. So we'll hit F to get the box in. So we're going to need these resources to build this trap so that the trike can't break out of it, or at least not in the amount of time it's going to take us to knock them out. Because they do break through wood, and over time, if he keeps punching the trap, he will break through it, and then we'll have to go chase him down, and that's not going to be a good way to do this thing. Whole lot better for him to be situated in the trap, and we can take our time. We're going to be using slingshots to knock him out, And that's not going to be something that's going to happen really fast. So let's go ahead and pull these foundations out. I believe I can carry those. I'm going to put these wooden boxes in here for now, just to keep them out of my inventory. I'll drop this charcoal off that I picked up earlier. Okay, so we've got our foundations. We're going to come over here. We're going to start plopping them down. And we go to our inventory. We hit E on the foundation. And this guy really wants to be in our trap because he's here already. And this one's a male, level 20. So not the one we saw the other day, but he'll do just fine. So, all right, so we'll put the foundations down. So I opens up your inventory, hover over that, hit E, and we want to put these side by side in a line. So left click places, left click again, puts it down. We're going to do another one right beside it. And then we're just going to go back. We've got all 6 down. Okay. Now the next thing we want to do, so we hit F to get into the box. This time we're going to pick up our wooden rails. Now wooden rails are something in the wooden construction engrams. So if when you're going and selecting your engrams, you'll need to have access to the wooden foundation, the wooden door frames, and the wooden rails. Now you can't get the wooden door frame unless you get the wooden walls first. So you'll have to select that too, just so that you have all those pieces. We're going to end up needing them anyway, because as we upgrade our base, we're going to move into wood. It's a little bit more sturdy. Even though the trikes can knock it down, a lot of the other animals can't. So now that we have our rails, we're just going to walk around the foundations, and we're going to place them all around the edges. So we'll hit E, and we want to put them right on the edge, all the way around. They'll highlight, and they should clip. It may be a little bit, you may have to fiddle with them a little bit to make sure they go in right, but you're really just looking to do the outline of the foundation. Let's get this one to go right on the edge there. That one right beside it. Oh, and missed it. So you can pick these up just like the other stuff. You just have to kind of work your way to make sure you're picking it up. Wood fence foundation. Pick it up and it'll come back out of there. It's a little bit hard to see on top of the wood foundations, but you'll appreciate what's going on here once I get them all put in. So we'll put this one here. Then we'll go down. Go down. We'll put this other one right here. Okay, now we've got our foundations in. Now what that's going to do is it's going to allow us to double wall all the way around this trap. And I'll show you what I mean here. We'll grab these walls out of our box, and we're going to go around and we're going to place our wooden walls all the way around this foundation. But there's 2 snap points now. Instead of just having a snap point on the outside of the foundation, there's also one right inside that railing, because we put those railings down. So if you go back into your inventory, hit E, we got our door frame. You can see it's right on the edge, and you see how it popped back a little bit? There's 2 snap points there. You can cycle through those snap points by hitting Q, and it'll go back and forth. We want the outside one, and then we want the inside one. Whoops. And then we want the inside one. If you put them in the same place, they're going to break each other. That's why we got that railing in there, because that gives us those 2 snap points where we can click them in without having to break them on top as they snap in on top of each other. Sometimes, like I said, you have to kind of wiggle around a little bit to get them to work. But we'll go around, all the way around, and get these put in here. Now what this is going to do, and this is, with wood, it's going to give us a little bit of extra to help with holding this Triceratops in. And if you hit E, it reverses it. So there's an inside and an outside edge to everything. It's really not that important for a trap, but if you want to make it look nice, make sure all your stuff lines up the same way, you can do it this way. But you really, the key thing is you want to make sure that they're on. You're not doing it right. Come on. There we go. Just want them stacked up like that all the way around. Oh, now we're running out of some because we broke a few. Okay. Our last one's placed down. All right, now that we have all those in, we're going to grab the last piece that we need, which is a ramp. We're actually probably going to need a couple of these, so let's see what we got. We want the ramp to go all the way up to the top here. Okay, we'll put our other door frames in, same place, just try to line them up. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. I like to try to not have any space at the bottom, just so that the dino doesn't get hung up. But you know, the idea here is this. We're gonna get that Triceratops mad at us. We're gonna run down here. We are going to get out of here. We're going to run down here, jump into the trap. The trike will follow us into the trap. And then we run out the door. And he's in there. And he won't be able to get out. Now, the trick is you don't want him to go too fast or they'll jump over the trap. Just got to keep an eye on that and we should be fine. So now the trick is to go find a willing victim to be tamed. Now's a good time to go ahead and craft a couple of more slingshots because we may need them. When you start using these things and you're trying to tame it, the last thing you want to do is have it break while you're trying to do it. So we're going to have a few extra slingshots in case that comes into a problem where the first one doesn't last and it breaks. Now, ammo for the slingshots is rocks. So all we gotta do is pick up some stones and we'll have ammo to shoot at this victim that we'll have in the trap here. So pick up a few rocks. How many does that give us? 30. Let's get a few more. Don't really know how many it's going to take to knock this guy out, but I want to be prepared in case it takes a few extras. I will post a video on a tool that you can use. It's a companion app for Ark called doesnt. And you can go out actually on the App Store for either Apple or Android and look up doesnt, D-O-D-O-D-E-X, and find this app and download it. And if you put in the parameters of your server, whatever you are running, you can put in each dino that you're trying to tame and it'll tell you a lot of information about it. How many times you're going to have to hit it to knock it out, what it's going to take to knock it out, what kind of food you're going to need to feed it, all those kind of things that are be important. Well, this is our 27 that we have down at the other end of the island. So we might just go ahead and try to get her into the trap. Now here's something to be aware of. Remember I said that the Pegomaxes got a mate boost if they were close to each other. Well, we know we've got a male Triceratops bouncing around down here somewhere. There he is, he's over there. What you don't want to do is be hitting on one animal while its mate or other creatures of its species are around, because they'll attack you because you're hitting on it. Now, once you knock it out, they'll stop, but or at least they'll stop chasing you. If they've already started hitting you, then they're going to keep on going until they lose aggro and decide you're not important to mess with anymore. So we want to make sure we don't end up with this guy on top of us while we're trying to knock the other person out. So maybe we'll just try to get this guy in the trap. And of course she's going to start coming down this way too. That's perfect. All right, well, we're going to give this guy a shot, see what happens. All right, so I'm going to select my slingshot, which is number 4. And I'm going to get this guy mad at me. Now I got to get him down this end so he'll run into the trap. You can build these with 2 ramps, you know, 2 ramps on either side, but that wasn't the plan originally, so I didn't do that. Well, didn't hit him. All right, now we made him mad. All right, so he's going to come after me, and I'm going to run up here. Okay, he's in here. Now I got to get out before he kills me. Okay, I'm out. Shoo. Okay. Now he's going to start wailing on that thing. That's why we got 2 walls. In case one breaks, we'll be able to manage it through the rest of it. I am going to actually eat some meat real quick. Get myself healed up a little bit from the blows I took. And now I'm going to start thumping this guy. If you see, if I hit him in the head, it's only a 2 damage. Or if I hit him in the body, I get 14. Now it's not going to, I'm not aiming to kill him. What I want to try to do is just build up enough torpor, which is happening because of this blunt trauma, and knock him out. Oh no, I knew it. This is what I meant about when things go sideways. She's gonna be mad, so she's gonna come around here. And I gotta try to get her off of me. Alright, well she's gonna start beating on the trap over there, and I'm gonna keep trying to knock this guy out. I don't want to get too close to him or he'll hit me. Oh good, I got both of them in there. Alright, so we'll see what we can do. Maybe we'll tame 2 Triceratops today. Or they'll break out and we'll have a mess. Alright. Well, good thing we got the double walls in there. I don't know if they'll make it through 2. But we're gonna see if we can't at least knock one of these guys out before the trap breaks. Not doing much damage on my... Now at some point when he starts getting ready to pass out, he's gonna take off and try to run away from me. And the goal here is I want to knock him out, but I don't want to kill him. And I have to be careful I don't hit him too many times, or I might do that. And I broke my slingshot. I had a feeling that was going to happen. So I made some more. Put that down there. Hit 6. And keep shooting. And see, he's not taking as much torpor now, because he's got that mate boost going on. He's not taking as much damage, and he can do more damage if he wants to. He's just kind of hanging out. And that's because there's not a whole lot of room in that trap for him to move around. out of rocks. That's not good. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought she was out. It's okay to leave them for a little bit. You don't want to leave them for very long because that tofu will start to build back up and you'll lose the progress you already made trying to knock them out. So we're going to get our slingshot back and we're going to start shooting some more. This guy. It'll help if I hit. Alright, he's down. Let's see if I can knock her out. If we can't, if she breaks out of the trap, then... he'll stay unconscious for a little while. And she won't hit him while he's down. We can just keep on blinking away at her. We got another one that's gone. I'm gonna drop these out of my inventory. Oh, drop some. Bring that one down. 6. As I said, you might as well come prepared because you never know what you're gonna end up with, and we may end up with 2 trikes today. We may not end up with any. Well, we'll get one. Out of rocks again. Oh, now I'm thirsty. I'm gonna drink of water. And I'm gonna head back down and see if we can't get this other trike knocked out. I don't really want to hit the one I've got down. I'm gonna be a little bit careful about this because you don't want to damage an animal once it's knocked out, and you don't want it to take damage from anybody else because it'll mess up the tame. You won't get the same efficiency out of it. Uh-oh, she's out. Is she running? Yep, she is. I think she's gonna go back after my trap. Oh no, she's running away. I'll catch up a little bit. And you can see I'm getting a little bit more damage now because, uh-oh, she's mad now. Uh-oh, time for me to run. If you're lucky, they'll chase you up in between some of these trees and they'll get stuck. And obviously I didn't get lucky. So try to run away a little bit more and see where she's going. Did she leave? Oh no, she's still coming. Now, I can run up on these rocks, but she can run up on those rocks too. Ow. Alright, well, this is not going to go well. She's going to keep coming after me until she kills me. Pretty much bet. Oh well. Alright, she's leaving. Probably, if I chased her down, I could get a couple more hits on her and maybe knock her out. Maybe not. But for now, we got one. Let's be satisfied with the one we have. He's been asleep for a little while, so he's probably going to be hungry. Hit F. And we got some measures right here. I'm going to drop those into his inventory. He'll probably tame right up because he's already hungry. And as soon as he starts eating, he's going to start towards his taming bar. So let's see what happens. All right, see, he's eating, he's taming a little bit, 30%. And that orange bar is going to keep going up as long as he keeps eating. And when it hits 100%, he'll be tamed. And there we go. Now, I'm a little bit superstitious. I usually don't name my dinos before I get them back to the base, because you never know what might happen between here and the base. Uh-oh. Now she's mad again. Oh, no. Oh, now he's going to try to kill her. Well, this is not going to go well. Oh, maybe. He's going after her. Go get her. Oh, he's level 29 now. That's right. When you tame them, they're going to get a few levels. And so he picked up a little bit. We'll see who the winner's going to be. And it looks like he was. Good job. Alright, well, we have our first Triceratops, and this one's not going to be one we're going to get. So we'll get some meat, and we'll get some keratin and some hide, and we'll head back down to the base because it's getting cold and it's getting dark, and it's time for us to regroup and figure out what our next step is. All right, sun is coming up. I've got the Triceratops back at the base. We've got his folders all set up. I need to give this guy a name. Let's see, what do we want to call him? I'll hold down E, go to options and click on that, and go to change name and click on that, and we're going to call him, not E, Tonka. And he is going to be able to help us out in gathering resources as well as traveling around the island here. Now, when we hacked up that other one, something we got that we haven't gotten before was keratin. And keratin and chitin, which we'll get from this trilobite, it's another resource that you'll use in the Ark. And what that'll be important for is for certain armors, but mostly the next thing we're going to want is we're going to want one of those pterodons that we've seen flying around and getting in our way while we were trying to trap this trike. And you have to have keratin or chitin to be able to make the saddle for that pterodon when we catch one of those. That's also a knockout tame. And really it's more of a, let's get our tranquilizer darts ready for that, because it's going to be important to get them knocked out before they try to fly away. So I'm getting ready to chop up this trilobite, and I realized that my hatchet is broken. Now, that can easily be fixed, and you should be keeping an eye on your items, because you'll see at the bottom of the little window when they're in a hot bar or when they're up here in your inventory, this little blue, light blue bar shows the durability left in that particular item, and it's going to break at some point. When it gets all the way down to the left here, it's going to break. The way you fix that, you can do it either in your hotbar by right clicking. If you have the materials to fix it, hitting repair. Grayed out right now because I don't have the materials I need. But let's see if I can fix this. I can't fix either one of them right now. What am I lacking? I am probably lacking wood. So let's get us a tree to chop down real quick. right, so now I should be able to repair my axe. Yep, repair is highlighted. And then I can also go ahead and, well, I'm gonna need some more wood. I'll go ahead and I'm gonna get this trilobite chopped up or else he's gonna decompose. So we're gonna chop him up and get as much chitin as we can off of him, because we're gonna need all that later on. Okay, well that's trap building 101. You can see when the animal can break out of a particular material. If you double it up, it'll last longer. And we'll go down and rebuild that trap before we have our next episode so we can use it again for maybe it's another trike. I'd like to get us a turtle. Turtles have a great function in that they act a little bit like a refrigerator. All the dinos, if you put spoilable materials in their inventories, so we'll go up to this Triceratops here and I'll show you the difference. When you have it in their inventory, you see the spoil time on here is 8 minutes and 36 seconds. It's almost getting ready to one berry to spoil. If I take it over and put it in my inventory and look at it, it's going to say 2 minutes. So if you have the option, if you've got stuff that you're worried about spoiling, put it in the inventory of the animal that you've got near you and it'll last a little bit longer. Be careful what you're putting in the animal's inventory because they will eat it. The animals in Ark have a system of prioritizing what they eat. Remember I said Meadows is a berry that they're going to want when they tame? Meadows is kind of like the prime rib or T-bone steak of all the berries. The best thing is out there. So if you put measure berries in its inventory and you're thinking they're going to stay, he's going to eat them. You can put the other berries that we get. Remember, we got ama berries, we got tenta berries, we got azelberries, and he will eat those before he eats the meadows. And the reason for that is because the animals will always eat the food they like the least first. Okay, so he wants meadows the most, but he's going to eat all these other berries before he eats any meadows. Same thing with the meat eaters. If you have cooked meat or raw meat, and then you have prime meat, which is a little bit rarer and it goes bad faster. If you put all of them in the animal's inventory, he's going to eat the cooked meat first, the raw meat next, and then the prime meat, which probably by that time will have spoiled and gone away anyway. But you get the message here is that they will always eat the thing they like the least first. Now, it's not going to turn an herbivore into a carnivore. You can't put meat in a Triceratops inventory and think he's going to eat it. He won't. Same thing with the meat eaters. You can put berries in their inventory and they're not going to eat them. Now the Mazchop, he's weird. He eats anything. But primarily, if you're going to put something in the inventory of an animal for them to eat, meat eaters are going to eat meat. They will eat fish. So if you have fish, you can put fish in there. If that's not their favorite food, they'll eat the fish first before they eat the meat. They won't eat seeds. You can put those in the inventory if you want to, but it was really not going to do any good. They also won't voluntarily eat the narco berries or the stem berries. So you can put them in any animal's inventory and they're not going to eat them because that's not something they want to eat. Now you can force them to eat it by hovering over it and clicking E. Just like in your inventory, if you hover over something and click on it, you're going to eat it. Like I want to eat this piece of meat. All I have to do is hit E and I'm going to eat one. If you put this in their inventory and hit E, it's going to knock them out. Maybe not with the first one, but sooner or later it will if you keep feeding it to them. So we're going to sign off for today and we'll get back in here the next time. We'll start doing some exploring. We'll move around the island. We'll look for maybe our next base location. We'll look for maybe some other dinos that we can tame to help us out. Maybe we'll even go after a raptor. I do want to get the turtle though, because the turtle is a refrigerator and we're going to need that until we can make a preserving bin. It'll definitely keep our berries and our raw meat from spoiling when we don't want it to. For today, thank y'all for watching. Appreciate everybody coming out. Hit that like button. Let me know if you found this video entertaining or informative. If you care to subscribe, please hit the subscribe button. Make sure that you hit that notification bell so that you can know the next time I post a new video. And with that, This is Yuli signing off.